What's up, folks? My name is Deadmantoons, and I am a little ashamed to admit it. I've been getting lazy on y'all. I got, like I told y'all before, I got sick for a while, and I started uploading a lot of audio onlys, and the views on my audio onlys were getting good for a while, and I sort of got caught up in that high, thinking like, oh, I don't have to do any work. I'll just upload a bunch of audio onlys. I know y'all been able to tell. I know they've been slacking. I know, and I do want to apologize for that. This channel was never meant to be my lazy outlet. So I do want to say I'm sorry for that. Now, so to get back into the swing of things, I decided to watch a handful of cartoons that have been in my watch later for, I think, dead-ass months and probably a year. So today we're going to hit a review of Scavenger's Reign. Scavenger's Reign is an American adult animated adventure drama sci-fi fiction horror series, fucking hell, created by Joseph Bennett and Charles Hutner, if I got that right, for hbomax, and it's based on their 2016 short film just called Scavengers. So far, it's only got one season, but after getting canceled by Max because they don't know what they're doing over there, it looks like Netflix scooped it up, and we all know Netflix has been fucking looking for anything to keep their momentum going because Stranger Things is about to go bye-bye. So who knows? Like, our hope for season 2 is nowhere near dead. So the premise of this breathtaking nightmare is following the journey of a handful of survivors of a space crew whose job was to deliver very important cargo. That cargo being people. An entire colony of people. No slave trafficking, just, colony people. I don't know what the fuck it means to be a colonist, I'll never know, but that's what they are. Because of a 100% completely avoidable accident, I won't get into it, only about 5 crew members managed to make it to the ground and survive for a while the rest either died before they hit it, died after they hit it, shortly after, and a handful of them are still in cryosleep in the big rig in orbit. And so, after several completely unexplained miracles of science and fantasy mashed into one, 2 of our survivors managed to signal the Demeter, that big ship from earlier whose name I forgot to say. They bring it down from orbit, and lucky for our 2 survivalists here, it landed days worth of walking away. I think deadass a week. So off goes our protagonist.
The Demeter! What's happening?
Someone must have initiated the emergency landing protocol.
Levi, we're leaving tomorrow.
We follow our 5 survivors. Sam, the Space Joel, his sidekick and luckiest character in all of fiction, Ursula, the unluckiest character in all of fiction, Cayman, a bald-headed ball of spite named Ozzy, and her companion Levi, or do I? As they all set out to make it to their still in cryosleep colonists and hopefully take their happy asses home. Alright, that's it for the intro. So, to get into what I really like about this series, everything. Almost fucking everything about it. The simplicity of the art style just gives for such lovely and soothing animation all the time. It just flows perfect most of the time. Between the gorgeous scenery and the wildlife that isn't trying to assassinate them all times, this animation style as a unit is capable of giving off whimsical and lightheartedness to anime style battle scenes to satisfying water flow moments to absolute horrorcore nightmare inducing moments of pure madness and heresy. Ooh, look, a little monkey guy. His words! Speaking of the little guys and gals in this fuck shit ass planet, let's segue into another thing I really like about this show, the wildlife. I think with other franchises, such as Star Wars or Harry Potter or Lord of the Rings or several 100,000 isekai anime, creating genuinely unique species of aliens or subraces of people or animals is damn near impossible. You can change up the names or the colors, but it's not hard to tell where inspiration was drawn from 99% of the time. This little quirk is just not shown here. There are not 2 animals on this hellscape that function the same. From their creative design to the unique noises they make to the strange way they all fit into this crazy ass ecosystem together, I truly believe you will probably never find more creativity in animalistic world building ever again. At least not until we get another Avatar series. They're cheating. They're just pushing 2 to 3 animals together, but hell, it works. It works, and I'm ready for that. I've rambled enough about the animals. Now, as far as our MCs, here I think the foreshadowing with the 3 paths taken by them all reflect their personalities as well as their specific journeys throughout the show. Sam and Ursula have long since learned enough about their environment to know which animals can be used and what to stay away from. That is until they have to leave. That's when things change. There are no rules of nature on this planet. There's no food chain to be on top of. Everyone here is either food to be eaten or a tool to be used. That includes humans. As Ursula and Sam use whatever useful animal they can get their hands on just to be discarded later on when they've served their purpose, soon they become the ones on the other foot. They're the ones being used for food or as a tool. If one ghoul doesn't want to use them as a quick snack or for a ride, then the next one will use them for a host for some Lovecraftian style tentacle monster that quite literally eats and replaces your own heart. You gotta love it here. What a lovely little planet. That being said, as terrifying as Sam and Ursula's journey is, it just goes to show the dangers of entering new territory. Adapt all you want. Once the wrong thing sets its eyes on you, you're just another cog in the system, no different than you finding some food or a tool. And what's good about, as a contrary to Ursula and Sam's journey, their problems stemming from like the environment, Ozzy's is the opposite. She and BMO tend to find themselves in perfectly livable and sometimes even drivable terrain, like farmable even, and the wildlife even tends to help her out here and there. It's her that's the problem this go around. As the story unravels, we learn that Ozzy is not one for change or adversity. She likes things to be as easy and repetitive as they can be. The old grind, day in and day out, whatever gets me in my bed at 5 o'clock. And that reflects her experience on this planet. Instead of becoming one with the system and adapting to it, she breaks off a piece of it and tries her best to replicate Earth in it. Makes a little farm, hangs up the clothes, all that good stuff. It doesn't work for very long, but it's still noteworthy that she tried it. And she keeps that same attitude when the trek to the Demeter begins. She deadass would have just drove the entire way there on her cool ass bike if she could have. Simple, easy, let's just get there. And her absolute refusal to adapt rivals Levi's journey of complete acceptance of the ecosystem and the planet. He quite literally becomes one with it because he lets it literally go inside of him. He lets it, why do I have to word it like that? He blends right into it and he feels more at home here than anywhere else. As a rival to Levi, who wants nothing more than to get the fuck out of here. Oh, and for the record, I cannot tell y'all about Kanan's journey. You're just gonna have to trust me on that one. If I have sold you on this show in any way, please believe me when I tell you, you just gotta watch that crazy shit on your own. You gotta know nothing going in there. That's just fucking awful. It's just his perspective from the start of where we find him to how we got here, from his perspective to making it to the Demeter. Jesus Christ.
Trust me on this one. You don't want to know. Audrey, don't tell him. You shouldn't have told me, but you did. And now I'm telling you, you don't want to know.
As you can see, I can go on and on about everything amazing about this show, but there is one thing that I actually don't like about it, so let me break it down for you. Don't you fucking judge me. Don't you look at me with those eyes. I'm a child at heart. You knew this. Alright, but for real, like I was saying earlier about Sam and Ursula's experience on the planet, leading them to knowing which animals are helpful and which to stay away from, mostly. But I do feel this was just the writer's way to just create a handful of sci-fi magic MacGuffins for the two. Like, y'all just so happen to find little alien critters that can not only be used as functional gas masks, but can also give you some Mario Brothers ass escape from a poisonous cavern. And also, you manage to find one that gives you strands from a tentacle plant monster that can give you the exact electrical current you need to power a signaling beacon to reactivate the big-ass half-functional cargo ship. And also, the tentacles can repair themselves, so you have an unlimited amount. How very convenient for you. All that, and I have yet to mention the living submarines that they act like parasites on. Like, they just sort of use it. They use their bodies to escape a venom-looking rock storm. Like, this body, by the way, somehow they can keep oxygen in and water out, even though they're underwater. They just keep finding the exact tools and things they need, but in animal form. Alright, folks, I've yapped for long enough. Time for a final verdict. Scavenger's Reign is a refreshing take on space adventure sci-fi horror that, if you're better than me and you can ignore a few easy placed plot devices here and there, you will have the most insane time watching and you will experience a range of emotions for these characters. This toon might very well activate a sense of survival in you as you watch this handful of non-volunteer explorers overcome obstacle after obstacle, as they cling on to the one thing humanity has over every monster the galaxy can throw at us: hope. Alright, thank y'all for watching or listening, however you're doing it. It was nice to, like, enough with the madness and Unchained Fables and all my friends and everything, like, talking shit about and laughing about this and that, to, like, slow down and, like, really gather my thoughts and like, try my best to convince y'all to watch this. I cannot stress enough to y'all how much I'm sorry. I genuinely want to apologize for getting lazy. I'm not deleting them, by the way. My fucking audio onlys that didn't really get many views, they're staying. I don't believe in deleting my videos. I'm not ashamed of shit. They're staying up. I wanted to be a reminder that I cannot believe I actually went and got lazy. I used being sick as an excuse and went and got lazy on them. And my promise that will never happen again. So I am sorry. And if y'all don't know any cartoons y'all want me to review, I got more coming up. I got a handful of them, so be ready for more videos like these. And yep, Deadmantoons, aka King of the Dead, signing off. Mic test, testing. 1 2 3, 1 2 3. I wanna be in the room where it happens, the room where it happens, the room where it happens. You've kept me from the room where it happens for the last time. Ooh, smooth.